It's always an exciting time when you're moving to a new city, and I, without a doubt, am excited for you to be moving to San Antonio. And this is why I put this video together. These are 6 things that people don't tell you about San Antonio that I think you should know. So let's jump right into it. Number 6 is it's all about the Spurs. We absolutely love the Spurs. Like, there is nowhere you can go in the city without being reminded that we are staunch Spurs supporters. You can see it in murals. You could see it by people wearing their jerseys, their cars, flags. Like, we are just head over heels over our Spurs because, well, they were a great team. They had a dynasty from 1999 to 2014 where they won 5 NBA championships. And you know what? Everything comes and goes, and right now we're in a lull, but we're very optimistic that the Spurs are going to be back on top very soon. As a matter of fact, they were the only ABA team that moved and became NBA champions from all the other ABA teams. So it's not a wonder why we support them. They're the biggest game in town, literally. We do have other sports, but the San Antonio Spurs are where our hearts are at. We bleed silver and black. So do me a favor, if you're coming from another city and you have a jersey from another NBA team, do yourself a favor, throw it away, and get yourself a Spurs jersey because, baby, you're going to become a Spurs fan soon. Hi, my name is Jesse Lopez. I'm the owner of Blue Utopia Realty here in San Antonio, Texas. I get phone calls from people like you moving to San Antonio every single day, and I absolutely love helping them. They ask me, where should I live? Where's there, what things are around my work? And, how's the living there? What should I do? And I love answering those questions. And I created this channel for 2 reasons. One is I spent 23 years in the Air Force and I moved a ton. So I made sure that I have all the information that you need in order to make a smooth move because trust me, some of my moves in the Air Force were not so smooth. And I just want to be a resource to you. And then the second thing, if you can't tell, I love my city. San Antonio is the best city on earth. And it's not because I was born here, but it is. I've been all over Europe. I've been all over the Middle East. I've been all over the United States. And I always love coming back to San Antonio. There's just something about this city that is great. So if you're thinking of making a move to San Antonio, or maybe even in the future, it's okay. Get a hold of me. Call me, email me, send me a text, send me a smoke signal. Know that I have your back when moving to San Antonio. Now, the 5th thing that people don't tell you about San Antonio is that breakfast tacos are a must. You will start your day with a breakfast taco. Maybe not initially, maybe not, the first couple of months, but you're going to grow to love these delicious little pillows of tortillas with stuff stuffed in them. Now you can stuff them with meat, you could stuff them with eggs and other mixings, but the thing is that you're going to learn to love breakfast tacos. Like, it is what everybody talks about. You go to work, hey, did you bring breakfast tacos? Hey, do you want breakfast tacos? Hey, what kind of tacos are you eating this morning? Like, breakfast tacos are just a staple. And let's do me a favor, okay? Do yourself a favor. Do not, and I repeat this, listen carefully, do not call them burritos. They're not burritos, they're tacos. You take a tortilla, you fold it in half, you stuff it with some goodness, and then you eat it. Burritos are rolled. They're not burritos. That is a sure way to tell everybody around you that you're not from San Antonio, so don't call it a burrito. Now, the 3rd thing that people don't tell you when you're moving to San Antonio is that there are some words that you just can't mispronounce. If you mispronounce one of these 3 words I'm about to share with you, you're going to send a beacon of, hey, I am not from here, pick on me, okay? And the first one is in Bexar County. So Bexar, Bexar, is pronounced bear, like the bear, right? So Bexar, the word of, if you didn't know, San Antonio was part of Mexico a long time ago, but this was San Antonio de Bexar, which became Bexar County. So when you're out there walking around asking people about Bexar County or Bexar whatever, it is pronounced Bear, not Bexar. The second word that people butcher is Hebner. Hebner. So Hebner is a road, but a lot of people call it Hubner, or whatever else they call it. Hebner Road. If you say, "Hey, I'm gonna meet you at the McDonald's on Hubner Road," people are gonna look at you like you have cauliflower coming out of your nose. So don't do it. It is pronounced Hebner. Hebner. And I've heard a variation of Hubner, but not whatever else that other stuff is. And then the third one is not actually in San Antonio, but it's a city to our northwest. Beautiful city. But people pronounce this Born, and it's not Born, it's Bernie. Bernie. Okay? So if you say any of those three words, if you mispronounce them in any way, again, people are going to zero in on you and go, this guy or gal is not from here. And you don't want to do that. If you're thinking about moving to San Antonio, I'd love to connect with you. I help families move here every single year. I mean, hundreds of families that come here to San Antonio. I mean, we have 1.4 million people living in the greater San Antonio area. So that's a lot of people that come here. And I wish I could help every single one of them. But all they have to do, and that's what I'm telling you, is just call me, reach out, text me, email me, let me know what your questions are, let me know what your concerns are so we could address them before you even get here. The fourth thing that people don't tell you when you're moving to San Antonio is that we love barbacoa and Big Red. Now, you're probably wondering, what the heck is barbacoa and what's a Big Red? Well, you're in for a treat. Barbacoa is when you take a cow's head and you wrap it up, you dig a hole, you put coals in the bottom of it, and you chuck the head in there, cover it up with dirt, and then you let it essentially bake in the ground. Now, all that meat on the cheeks just become very tender meat. And, some people like to eat it with eyeballs and other things in it, that are on the head. But I like it just pure meat. And it's just the most slowly cooked, most tender meat ever. It pairs very well with a drink called Big Red. If you don't know what Big Red is this sugary, I can't even describe what it tastes like. It just tastes like Big Red. It's a sugary soda that is very addicting, so be careful. We actually have 12-step programs for Big Red. But those two paired together are so phenomenal that we actually have a festival every October, and you guessed it, it's called the Barbacoa and Big Red Festival. It happens in the south side of town. It's been happening for over 11 years, and this is when we get vendors from all over the city competing to see who has the best barbacoa in the city. Now, I know where the best barbacoa is. If you want to know, do me a favor, text me, where's the beef? Text me, where's the beef, and I will tell you the location of the best barbacoa in San Antonio. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of good barbacoa out there, but there are some that really suck. So you don't want to get stuck eating the wrong one, especially your first time, because then you're going to be like, this is horrible. Why did I eat this? Now, text me, where's the beef, and I will send you the location to the best barbacoa, bar none, hands down, slap your mama, in San Antonio. All right. And then the second thing that people don't tell you is that, taxes are high in Texas. Like, property taxes are pretty high, but there's nothing to be worried about because, you know what? We don't have an income tax. So the way the city and the county and the state get money is by taxing property owners. Now, if you're going to be buying a home here in San Antonio, not only will I help you buy that home, but I'm going to help you fill out this form called a tax exemption form. But in order to do the tax exemption form, which, by the way, is exactly what it sounds like, it is getting an exemption on partial taxes on your property taxes. But you have to do this first. You have to buy a home. And then second, you have to change your driver's license to have that, to reflect that address of the home. I hope the information that I'm giving you is coming in handy because I want you to come into San Antonio and be a local. I want you to feel at home. I want you to make sure that that you feel like you're in a safe, secure place and that people understand you. But if you don't do the first 5 things that I tell you, then it's going to be a bumpy road. Now, the next one is a very important one. But before I get to that, I just want to ask you, are you getting enough good, solid information information about moving to San Antonio? If you are, that's great. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, or leave a comment. But if you're not, definitely leave a comment and let me know what it is that you want to know about San Antonio before you get here. All right. So now the last thing that people don't tell you about is the low water crossings. Yeah. So San Antonio has this system of dry creek beds because it doesn't rain here often. But when it does rain, these creek beds get overfilled and they become raging rivers. Now, you can tell where a low water crossing is because as you see a crossing by a creek bed, you're going to see a big yellow pole and it's going to have some numbers on it. Now, take heed of those numbers. That is the amount of water that is in that dry creek bed whenever it's filled up. So, for instance, there's one right by my house that the pole actually goes to like 20 something feet, and it gets there. Like when we have torrential rain, those water levels can get that high. But even if they're at 1 foot level, don't be mistaken, those streams can carry so much weight, they can sweep a car right out from under you and you with it, and you could lose your life. So the city does put barricades around the low water crossings to prevent people from going through them when it rains. But you know what? Some people are knuckleheads. They go around them and then they find themselves in a dire situation. So don't be that guy or gal. If you see a low water crossing, just stop, back up, and head the other way. Your life is not worth crossing that low water crossing. So again, thank you for watching. If you're moving to San Antonio, I'd love to chat with you. Give me a call, send me an email, send me a text, send me a smoke signal. I'll answer them all. I have your back when moving to San Antonio. I can't wait to visit with you. I can't wait to meet you. And I can't wait to share a barbacoa taco with you. So let's get on it. Give me a call. Let's get together. We'll see you on the next video.